everybody, welcome to my video. Today we have a book haul from Sydney. I went down to Sydney for a few days for a trip away and some fun times. I did pop a few clips up on Instagram while I was away of a few places that I visited, and I have a bit of a book haul to run through with you all. I visited a few shops that we didn't have, including an indie bookshop, which was really fun, as well as a Dymocks as well. There is a blind date with a book in here as well, so we're going to open that together today as well. So yeah, so I did go to another one as well, but I didn't grab anything at that one, but I did grab two books at each, actually three at Dymocks, and two books at the other ones. So yeah, a small haul, but it's an awesome one. If you missed those clips, I will try and pop up photos as well in this video, and you might see me change my like intro photos and stuff like that as well in the future. Oh, excuse me, just got a really nasty cough there. So sorry. It has gotten cold here in Australia, so the weather change ain't doing me good. It's quite cold. As you can see, I'm wearing my bookish jumper. So the first day I went to Dymocks. I got 3 books, including the blind books, and we'll do that opening. I also went to a place called Abby's Bookshop. It was interesting to look around. They have mostly like mystery books in there, as well as a lot of general fiction as well. Nothing that sort of intrigued me enough to kind of buy it. And then the second day that I was there, because these places were closed the first day that I was going to do my book tour, I went to a indie bookshop called Romancing the Novel. It's super gorgeous in there. I will pop some images up as we have our chat, and I had a really good time in there and look around and got 2 indie books there. And then that same day we went to one called Books Canokanya. If I pronounced that wrong, I do apologize, because we don't have one of them where I am based either, so yeah. We will do Dymocks first, the indie bookshop, and then the one I just mentioned. So for Dymocks, I just also got this bookish tote bag as well, which is a zipped style. I can use this for like when I go to book club and whatnot, or just to my local indie bookshop to read or whatever. So I got 3 books in here. We're going to open the mystery blind date one together as well. I have been so good not opening it until I open with you guys. But first, I took forever wandering around there. I think I doubled lapped as well. There's just so much to look in there. We do have a Dymocks in Queensland, but my localist one is like 4 hours away from me, so I only go when I'm in Brisbane. So I always love looking at Dymocks, and this particular one had like a little coffee spot as well, so I had a drink before I browsed around. This first one I thought was perfect to get in Sydney. It's called A Sunset in Sydney, and it's got like the Opera House, the city, and the bridge on the cover. It's a really awesome cover. It's also on the back cover as well once I take the sticker off. It's by Sandy Barker, who is a Australian author as well. So yeah, I haven't read anything by her before, so it was an awesome find and a perfect Sydney pickup. And I'll read it pretty soon because obviously Sydney's like fresh in my head, so it'll be good to read it soonish. And yeah, it'll be nice to read something by an Aussie author, and obviously it's a romance as well, so yeah, looking forward to this one. I also grabbed this one here, which is called Coffee Shop in an Alternative Universe. So this is a romance / fantasy kind of vibe book. So they fall through like a portal. They end up in the same zone, which is this coffee shop, and yeah, they fall in love and stuff, obviously. Yeah, I just thought it was something fun. Sometimes you need those fun reads in between all the heavy ones. So yeah, and I believe this is a what do you call it? A female relationship as well. I don't mind reading like same sex coupled things. I have read them in the past, and I'm sure this one will be fun. So yeah. I then got the blind date with a book in here, and we're going to open it together. So this is how it came. They used brown paper to wrap it up, and they had a few scattered here, there, everywhere in the areas. This one in particular I found near the checkout area, and these prompts that just sort of drew me in and grabbed me so much. So one of them is Conspiracies and Aliens, Cinnamon Roll, MMC, Mystery and Action, Secret Government, Men in Black, main character as well. So yeah, I'm very curious to find out what it is, and I've been holding off and so keen to open it. Those kind of things just grabbed me more than the other ones. So let's open it up together and see what the book is. I love going dates with book, I always have. And it was cool to see one there, so it's a bit tough to open. It's gonna be interesting to see what it is. So our book is, oh cool, Love at First Sight, A Close Encounter of the Romantic Kind, by Mallory and Marlowe. Cool cover. Definitely sounds fun. It's got a lot of Ferguson like quote thing. So an LA influencer seems to have a picture perfect life, and the thing is to find something that makes her heart race the way it hasn't in years. She doesn't expect that feeling to come from footage from a UFO, much less from a charming Men in Black following her around. Agent Carter Brody is trying his best. Added to date a private intelligence sector into the century, even though he's rather been identifying extraterrestrial sightings after being assigned to a particular case, he stood trapped by her confidence. Her sighting looks eerily like Carter himself saw right before a family tragedy. That sounds really, really good, actually. So keen to read that. Love at First Sighting was our mystery book. I love that because I don't have it either. So that is all from Dymocks, those 3. And then we went to a indie bookshop. It was so gorgeous in there. I took like heaps of photos and videos and stuff like that. So yeah, I went upstairs to like the sit area, had a hang there. I didn't have much time up my sleeve, so I just sort of took photos and images for social media and just enjoyed myself up there for a while. And then I toddled back down the stairs to where they had like the shop part. They had like a huge special edition section and indie section and like other bits of merch and stuff like that, like bags and shirts and whatnot. They did have like a big cardboard ice hockey image of one of the recent books. I think it was The Deal, which I'm still to read. And then they had like the rest of the shop to look around as well. It was gorgeous in there. So the shop is called Romancing the Novel, which is an indie-based bookshop. I love supporting indie-based bookshops because, yeah, small businesses, great to support. And I grabbed 2 books there, which I'm excited for. I also got a bookmark there too, so it's still in the bag. Yeah. The owner was really lovely as well. So this is, I'm not sure if you'll see, if I remember I'll take an image of it because it's really cute. It's like the particular bookmark. It's so cute. So I'll definitely keep that. And then I got 2 books, both come with art. One's a bit raunchy, so I won't show the whole image. But yeah, they're both indie authors. So the first book is called A Game of Cad and Witch by Ruby Roo. And the second one is called My Blood is Your Blood, Chara Forrestot. So yeah, both totally my vibes, definitely. And they're both book 1s of series, which is absolutely fine. So this is the artwork for the first one. I love getting artwork for indie books, and this is the cover. It is also a signed copy as well, which I love about indie books as well. And it's also got like a romance, the novel thing on there. So this one is about the female main character. She's about to get kicked out of her university and lose her magic forever. So she's desperate to fulfill an assignment so that doesn't happen. And then the male main character comes into play, obviously. He wants her dead, apparently, and she wants him gone. But they have to sort of, for this assignment, sort of cooperate together somehow. And then there's like a mystery kind of element to it. They gotta unravel puzzles and secrets to something that's going on in the supernatural world. And yeah, it just sounded really up my alley. Yeah, so that is awesome. And the author is New South Wales based, I believe. I had to look it up before, but yeah, she is New South Wales based, which is where Sydney is located. So that was one awesome book from there. And then the second one is called My Blood Is Yours. If you have been following me for a little bit, you know that vampires is kind of my vibe at the moment. This is authored by a Sydney author, I believe. And yeah, this artwork is a bit steamy, so I'll just sort of show you the top part of it and not the bottom part of it, because yeah, it is a bit raunchy and steamy. This one is also signed as well by the author, and yeah, I'm looking forward to both of them. This one, the guy, main character, is kind of trapped in like a dungeon for some reason, and the female sort of comes into play somehow with the storyline into like the area of the prison cell and stuff like that, and he kind of immediately noticed that she is hers kind of thing, and then obviously they try and get him out and stuff like that to have the relationship and stuff. So yeah, and obviously it's vampire human based, which is always fun. So yeah, some good treasures so far. And then we went into this one here. I cannot pronounce the name of it for the life of me. Kinokania, I think is how you say it. If I pronounce it wrong, I do apologise. I did this bookshop because we don't have it where we are located, so I always like to explore shops if I can that we don't have. And this particular shop has a lot of translated books in there. It also has in general like a lot of Japanese books that aren't translated as well. It's massive, it takes forever to look around, and then it's got like your usual genres as well. So my goal in this shop was to get one translated book because obviously that was the theme of the store, and then one other that sort of interested me as well. I do have one mystery book that's translated. It's Strange Pictures, but I have not read it yet, and I really need to like dive into translation books because there's so many of them now. So hopefully one TBR and month I get to that, or I just sort of throw it in one day into my reading. But I got two books from this shop. I'll show you the translated one first. I actually heard of this one before I walked into the shop, and I did look at quite a few of them, and it was very hard deciding on just one. But I chose this one because it sounded really fun and different. It's called Teddy Bears Never Die by Cho Yun, translated by Sun Ru. This was in the fantasy section of the shop, and it's about a poisoned city, a boy trapped in a teddy bear's body, and a grieving daughter. So they're in like a luxury high-rise. Somehow this boy gets trapped into a teddy bear's body, and he meets up with this girl, and yeah, they're trying to obviously figure out what happened, and it's very supernatural vibe-ish as well, but there's also that like personal grieving revenge thing going on as well, and time frames as well apparently. It just sounds really, really interesting. Yeah, looking forward to that. And yeah, I did hear about it actually before I went in there. And yeah, one day I'll pick up the other one as well. Yeah. This next one was in the fantasy section as well. It's called Nightshade and Oak by Molly O'Neill. And this is the cover of it. I've never heard of this author before, so yeah, it was kind of like a unique find as well. It's a goddess-based fantasy tale, myth and magic, and it's a standalone book as well, which is always a bonus. Yeah, so it's goddess-based, and the story just sounds really, really interesting. I believe it is signed as well. Yeah, signed as well. So I've got quite a lot of signed books, and it's really, really short, which is interesting as well. So yeah, yeah, I'm just really curious about that one. I'm not sure if this one is signed as well. Let's have a look. It probably isn't. No. But the cool factor about this one is that it's themed to that shop and translated. But this particular goddess one is they go like on a journey through to the afterlife to restore one of the female's main characters' magic. So yeah, it sounds really, really interesting, and obviously magical goddess based, journey based, and yeah, totally my vibe. Yeah, so they're all my gorgeous treasures. So there's these two from the last one that I went to. And then from the indie bookshop, they got these two. Awesome to have some Sydney authors in the mix. This was our blind date book from Demix, Love at First Sighting, and then these were the other two that I selected. So yeah, lots of awesome choices there. It did take me a long time to look around everywhere, but I love doing it, book shopping and that kind of thing, and making it unique to where you travel to and stuff like that as well. So yeah, those will be added to my TBR. Some will be just like thrown in here, there, everywhere, or some will just go into my cart and stuff like that for future TBRs. So make sure you subscribe and stay tuned. But thank you for watching my Sydney book haul. I greatly appreciate it. I did have an awesome time in Sydney. Apart from book shopping, I did go see the Lion King musical, which was super amazing. And yeah, then I explored the rest of the city. I went to the Harbour Bridge and the Opera House area. Saw Vivid, and which is like the light show down there. And then just explored other shops and stuff too. It was, yeah, enjoyed the view from my accommodation, and it was just an amazing few days. So glad I did it. Totally broke now, but yeah, so glad I did it. Thank you for joining me in my Sydney haul video, and I'll catch you all very, very soon in my next video. Bye.